Breaking news. If you keep up with the Boruto anime, one, bless your soul, and two, you would know that there's a lot of talk surrounding the upcoming episodes in Boruto in which Boruto and Sarada go and seek out more information about Jiraiya, about Jiraiya and the person who trained and mentored his father Naruto, the one who basically lined Naruto up to be where he is today, taught him the Rasengan, taught him, well, basically, that's it, just the Rasengan. I was going to say Sage Mode, but Jiraiya didn't teach Naruto Sage Mode, so Jiraiya really only taught Naruto the Rasengan. That's about it. But still, he played more of a father role in his life when things really got hard. No, I'm not forgetting about Iruka Sensei. Iruka Sensei, wow. Naruto would be in a very bad place if it wasn't for Iruka Sensei. I always considered Iruka more of a father than Jiraiya. Even though Jiraiya was the godfather, he didn't do shit until Naruto was 13 years old. But basically, they're seeking out more information about Jiraiya with this upcoming episode, and this brings up a very important question, or just a topic that I wanted to discuss with y'all, and I hope y'all don't mind. But before I get into that, if y'all could do me a favor, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and it lets me know that you're rocking with the content that I'm putting out. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about something very basic, yet complicated, yet theoretical, but not really theoretical, because there's evidence to support this in its totality, not in its singularity. But what I'm saying is this: Boruto, the next generation, this should go without saying, focuses on, the next generation of ninjas, the next generation of Chunin. We've seen all of the Konoha 11 children, minus Neji, minus Kiba, minus Shino. All of them have kids. We've seen them all. We even see the Genin and the children of prominent ninja from the past, and even some that weren't prominent, like Shinki's in there, the adoptive son of Gaara, the Kazekage. If you remember back in the anime, and I'm surprised more people didn't talk about this, but we're introduced to one of the Akatsuki members, Kizame's, Hoshigaki's kid. Back in Boruto episode 25, when Boruto and all of the Konoha 11, the new Konoha 11, they go and travel to the Mist Village to see the village, and we're introduced to Shizuma Hoshigaki. That's Kizame's kid. He's 18 years old. He is the biological son of Kizame. Left in the Mist Village, undisturbed. Yeah. Then we're also introduced to Mirai Sarutobi. That's the daughter of Kurenai and Asuma, right? And I would honestly put Mirai and Shizuma at the same age as 18. I mean, that only makes sense. Kurenai was pregnant, ready to pop at the end of the war. So I would put them at the same age, honestly. We're also introduced to the third Mizukage's grandson in the exact same episode that we're introduced to Kizame's kid in episode 25. And y'all remember him, his name was Kagura Karutachi, right? He didn't like the fact that his grandfather was responsible for the Mist Village being known as the Blood Mist Village, and he states that they're still trying to work past that even now currently, and that's the reason why he didn't want to potentially become the next Mizukage, because he didn't believe that he was worthy enough. And so we're introduced to all these children within the series, and it just begs the question, let me pause. Kishimoto has stated that he doesn't want to the reason he didn't bring Jiraiya back during the 4th grade Ninja War is because he wanted him to die. He wanted him to rest in peace and to be left alone. He did not want Jiraiya to come back at all. So I personally don't think Jiraiya is coming back. What they're doing is just introducing a bunch of kids. And so if you haven't caught on by now, what I'm saying is I believe that we will see Jiraiya's children come into Boruto. Maybe not his direct child, because there's a lot to talk about with that, a lot of things I don't feel like getting into. But I mean, technically, men can have children at any time of their life. It doesn't matter. They're not on some biological clock. So in theory, he could have a child around Boruto's age, but not even really. If Jiraiya had a child literally the day before he died, that child would be closer in age to Mirai Sarutobi, Asuma's child, they would be closer in age than Boruto. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to introduce a character that is Jiraiya's grandson. Like, in my head, this is how it goes, right? So Jiraiya's grandson is talking with his parents, and he's asking about Jiraiya. He's asking about his grandfather, and then Jiraiya's son or daughter goes on to tell their child about their grandfather, and that brings up curiosity with the son or with his granddaughter. And then they travel to the Land of Fire, then to the Leaf Village, and that's where they meet Boruto and Sarada. And then Boruto and Sarada take them to Naruto, and then Naruto will educate and give stories and background stuff about Jiraiya and how it was like growing up with him, traveling with him, and all those fun stuff, because he has those details. You see what I'm saying? That is really where I see that going. Now, in the manga, it says a whole different story. Like a whole different story. And I'll probably make a follow-up video about that. Like, the manga and anime do not follow suit at all. You have people who think Kashin Koji is one of Jiraiya's kids, but I was like, nah, he's too old. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's too old. Unless Jiraiya had a child really young, he's too old for that. But that also leads to part 2 of this conversation that I wanted to have about introducing another child, another prominent character's child into this series, another prominent character, a fan favorite character. Jiraiya was a fan favorite. Yes. It's plausible he has a child because of just how he was perceived. I mean, this man was busting down sugar walls all day, every day in saloons and hooked up with prostitutes and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, he did a lot of research. He did a lot of research, as he would say. But another fan favorite character that people would love for to come back, and I am personally excited to see this come back. It would make a lot of sense. It would make more sense if this character had a child than Kizame having a child. Like, that one really took me for a loop. I was like, what do you mean Kizame has a child? Like, when did he go back to the Mist Village to bust some nuts? Because check this out. Kizame died early in Naruto Shippuden. Maybe not early, but when did he die? Was it around? It was definitely before the war, and he died before the Hokage summit. So yeah, I don't know, but he definitely died early in the Boruto lineup. I'm sorry, in the Naruto Shippuden lineup. So I was like, Kizame, you would have had to have had this child literally the day before you were killed, because it doesn't make sense. And his child's only 18 years old. Only 18. He had that child literally, that child was born the day before he died. It had to have been. Because for him to be that young at this time period, yeah, the day before he passed. And because of that, this character I'm about to mention probably would have had to do the exact same thing, because the ages aren't making sense. You see what I'm saying? Itachi Uchiha. Don't click off the video. Don't click off the video. A lot of people think that Itachi hated the Uchiha. He did not hate the Uchiha. He loved his clan. He loved the Leaf Village. He loved the Land of Fire. He was a double agent, for crying out loud. Like, he would report the Akatsuki movements to the third Hokage up until the third Hokage died. The third Hokage left the security for the village unchanged so that Itachi could come in and out the village at will, because remember, he was a part of the Anbu. He knew how to get in and out the village undetected, and the third Hokage never changed it after he fled the Leaf Village. That's how he got in the first time, and that's when you see Itachi and Kakashi fight. And Kakashi got caught in the Tsukiyomi. And then he left undetected as well. He did not like the ideals of the Uchiha clan. And he really, really believed in the plan that Shisui had to put Fugaku under the Genjutsu in order to sway the opinion of the clan before the coup started, but that obviously failed, and he had to go with his own clan. And he was crying while it happened. Do you see what I'm saying? But he couldn't bring himself to kill Sasuke. Everybody knows this story. Why I believed that Itachi has a child out there is because Itachi and Kizame were attached to the hip. They traveled everywhere together, just like all of the Akatsuki members did. I don't think there was a time that they ever deviated from one another. If they had to fight a tailed beast, they always traveled with each other. No exceptions, especially Itachi and Kizame, unless a situation of death happened. Well, why do I bring this up? Well, if Kizame can find time to bust down some sugar walls in the Mist Village, Itachi can find some time to bust down some sugar walls, either in the Mist Village or wherever he went to go get his medicine from that we always saw him popping pills for, or anywhere. He could have found some cheeks anywhere. Well, what does this mean? This means that there is an Uchiha out there that may not even know that they are an Uchiha. You see what I'm saying? This could be anyone. Because unlike the Byakugan and the Hyuga clan, it's not noticeable if it's their dojutsu. You see what I'm saying? Like, Uchihas can turn that shit off. All I'm saying is if they're always together and Kizame's fucking, Itachi could easily go get some cheeks. His child would be really young. He died late in the game. And despite how he looks with those bags under his eyes, Itachi was young, okay? Itachi and Sasuke are only 5 years apart. Sasuke killed Itachi in Shippuden, so he was about 15 or 16, depending on when the timeline hits. But nonetheless, if Sasuke's 15 or 16, that means Itachi's 20 or 21. They were only 5 years apart. So he died young. I don't remember how old Kizame was. I probably could have looked that up before this video, but ain't no turning back now. Kizame's kid is 18. Itachi's kid would be about 18 too. 18, 17. At the very least, 16 years old, we're talking. It's possible. It really is possible. And the way I see that scenario going for Itachi's child is that his child is talking to his mother, and he or she is asking their mother, who was my father? What did he look like? Why can't I ever see him? Why doesn't he love me? Why doesn't he want to be with me? You know how Kishimoto writes. He writes some very depressing shit. And she simply states that your father died. Like, they're dead. And then the child would ask, but who is he? Why won't you tell me anything about him? Yes, he died, okay, I understand that, but why won't you tell me anything about him? And then maybe the mother does eventually tell the child about Itachi Uchiha. Maybe Itachi was transparent with his baby mama and said, yo, I massacred my entire village. And then I went on the run as a rogue S-class ninja in about every bingo book across the world. And I hunt the tailed beast for an organization called the Akatsuki. And our plan is world domination via infinite Tsukiyomi, in which everybody in the entire world would be put under a genjutsu to live their best life. Now, does that sound plausible? I didn't fucking think so. So, this nigga lied to his girl, or his baby mama, got her pregnant, and that's about it. I mean, Kizame's kid knows who his father is, so I don't think there's any secret there. So there might not be a secret when it comes to Itachi's baby mama, but that child, in my scenario, that child's clueless. And then she tells him or her about Itachi, what information she does know, and then eventually, same thing with Jiraiya's kid. Itachi's kid will travel to the Leaf Village, go, I guess, speak to the Hokage. The child's going to have to check in, because you can't just walk in. You're going to be greeted. In the light novels, it states that you will be greeted by the Anbu. Instantly, at the gate, as soon as you cross, greeted. And you'll be taken to be registered, and then you handle your business, and they'll ask, why are you there? And you tell them, I need to speak to the Hokage, or the leader of the village. And then they were like, well, why do you need to talk to them? And then, well, I need information about Itachi Uchiha. And then that name alone would shut the entire room down. Because the minute this kid says, well, they're going to ask, why do you need to know about Itachi Uchiha? That's classified information. You know Itachi is classified information. This kid's going to look at them and say, I'm his son, or I'm his daughter. And the world is going to shake, bro. The world is going to shake. And I am here for it. I really am here for it. Like, I'm getting excited right now. That would be absolutely fantastic, because they'll probably get Naruto. He's going to look shook. Then they're going to go and get Sasuke. Or Sakura. No, this is how it's going to go. They're going to get Naruto. Naruto's not going to be able to find Sasuke because he's teleporting dimensions and shit. He's going to go get Sakura. Sakura's going to pass out. When she comes back awake, then they're going to go see this child. And the kid is going to look just like Itachi, whether it's a boy or girl, with them raccoon diagonal lines under their eyes. It's going to make the kid look about 30 when it's only, 14, 15, 16 years old. And then Sasuke's going to come. poof, dimension jump. Or maybe even Sarada. No, Sakura is going to take the kid back to her house, and then the Itachi's child is going to meet Sarada, and then Sarada is going to be like, who are you? And the kid is going to be like, nice to meet you, cuzzo. And he can be like, cousin. And he'll be like, yeah, I'm Itachi's kid. And then Sarada, I don't even know if Sarada knows about Itachi either. Like, that's the big thing. I don't think, she barely knows about Sasuke. I don't think she knows about Itachi. So this is going to be one big revelation, one big coming together moment. And, you know, the episode's going to end. So I can't stay because my mom is back at whatever village she stays at, you know what I'm saying? Land of Iron, Hidden Mist Village, maybe. Hidden Rain Village. I mean, that's a possibility. Their base was at the Hidden Rain Village, so possibly in the Hidden Rain Village. You never know. Hidden Grass Village, Hidden Waterfall. Who really knows nowadays? But I literally went on a whole tangent that last bit. But that is what I have for y'all. A lot of speculation, a lot of theory, but not out of possibility, considering the fact of everybody who has children now that we have seen. Even people who really weren't relevant. Like, I would have never have expected Kizame's kid to pop up in the Hidden Mist Village. I mean, he is the only one from the Hidden Mist Village, but I wouldn't have expected to see him have a child first. You see what I'm saying? That we see in Boruto from the old Akatsuki generation. I wouldn't have expected any of the Akatsuki members to have kids outside of Konan and Itachi. I mean, Kizame is technically human, but, you know, all that chakra makes him look like a fish now because he wields the Samihara. That's about it. I mean, yeah, Konan and Itachi were the only two that I could really see having children. We saw the third Mizukage's grandson. We've seen Sarutobi and Kurenai's daughter. Yeah. Oh, Shinki, the adoptive child of Gaara. Like, yeah. It's not out the realm of possibility, but that is all I have for y'all today. If y'all rock with the video, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you're new, subscribe, share, comment down below if you think anything I said is possible. And, yeah, like it, share it, all that fancy stuff. And like always, keep it safe for appetite. I'm out.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Solid copy. UAV beginning flyover. Device secured.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply. Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
Take a breath, we're going back in. Switching sides. Cyber attack. Get to that device.
Send a decoy!
Enemy UAV overhead. hungry. There's more where that came from.
Taking fire! Reloading!
Cyber attack. Get to that device.
Rush out!
EMP in place. Defend the data center. Allied cruise missile.
I've got you! I'm online. Go!
Hostile planted an EMP on our data center.
Rush out!
Grenade out!
Reloading!
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Subdued the EMP.